My name's Jen, and I'm a writer and a storyteller. And I work for a charity called Read for Good. And we work in schools and hospitals all across the UK. We raise money by getting kids in schools to do sponsored reads. And they can read anything they like, books, Xbox instructions, cereal packets, whatever they like. And the money that they raise gets sent to our hospital arm, and it buys 120 brand new books for 30 hospitals each half term. And those books live on lovely, shiny bookcases on wheels. And each hospital then gets a visit from a storyteller like me every half term, who comes in and tells stories or collects stories and has lots of story fun with the children that we visit. If you want to know a little bit more about us, please see the link below. But today I'm going to tell you a story that I wrote with some good friends of mine, Di Ford, who's an amazing illustrator, and some incredible doctors who we got together to write a story during lockdown about all those emotions and feelings that got sometimes a little bit too much. But this is the story. It's called Boom. So, as I said, the words have been written by me, the pictures have been done by the amazing Diana Ford, and a big shout out to Dr. Laura Hayward, Dr. Hayden Wilson, and Dr. Katie Johnson, who did lots of work in pulling together this idea and making this book happen. So, here we go. On a street in the city, in the house on the end, live the twins Jaz and Jet, both each other's best friend. They live with their parents and their grandparents too, their cute baby sister, and their cat called Kazoo. Look out for Kazoo, you're going to see them everywhere. Can you spot them? So, with all of the family sharing one home, it gets very noisy and no one's ever alone. If someone feels angry, the whole family knows. And if someone feels sad, well, then that also shows. But if they're wound up, there are ways to unwind. There's football to play and treasure to find. There's singing and scootering, swimming in lakes. There's reading of books and baking of cakes. And if all of that fails and they're still in a fug, someone's always around who can give them a hug. Then one day, the world spins about and around, and it feels like their house has been turned upside down. They aren't allowed out quite as much anymore. They can't scooter or swim or play ball like before. They all feel quite strange, with their feet on the ceiling. In this downside up world, all their feelings start reeling. 1 minute bored, the next worried and jumpy, irritable, anxious, stressed out and grumpy. Their feelings unravel like big balls of wool, rolling and reeling until the house is quite full, twisting and tangling through all of the rooms, balling and bundling until boom! Oh my goodness, look, and here comes Kazoo. After all that kerfuffle, the place is a mess, and the kids have to figure out what to do next. Jaz and Jet wonder, would the feelings untangle if they looked at it all from a different angle? When they look, they can see that the problem is clear. They need all these tangles to just disappear. The feelings are tied up like knotted shoelaces. So Jaz sends them all off to find their own places. But the feelings get stronger when they sit on their own. And then they get worse because they all feel alone. Then Jet has an idea. Let's all move about. So they jump, stretch and balance until they are worn out. Look at that. Then they curl up with stories of adventures and elves. And while they listen, the feelings untangle themselves. All talking and sharing, the family soon find that things are much easier when you are kind. As they laugh over dinner, a much happier lot, the day's tangles and troubles are finally forgot. There'll always be tangles. Feelings don't disappear. But with love, care, and kindness, we can make smiles appear. When we help one another, both the big and the small, then the world doesn't feel upside down after all.